Hello, and thank you for clicking on another one of my videos. I am Screen Scene Guru, coming at you with a new television series that I have recently started. This is Yellowjackets Season 3. This is a Showtime original series, guys, so I recently upgraded my Paramount Plus subscription to watch this show. I highly recommend you guys going on if you have Paramount Plus and upgrading. I believe it's just a $5 increase to watch their original content. They do have new Dexter series coming out and Ray Donovan for fans of that. I have yet to catch the series, but I've heard really good things. But this, of course, is going into the new season of Yellowjackets. I have heard tremendous things about the show, guys. This premiered a few months ago, back in February for Valentine's Day. It had a 2-episode premiere. So I just want to go into it with the season finale we just had this last week on April 11th, which was my mother's birthday. Woohoo! So we began binging the show, and I got 5 episodes deep. So I'm going to do a part 1 video of this, and then be sure to keep subscribed and check out the channel for part 2 coming out later. But going into the first 5 episodes, I've got a bit of information pulled up on IMDb, so let's go into that. Starting with episode 1, It Girl. Summer inspires the Yellowjackets to ditch soccer for a more contact-intensive sport, and reviving an old pagan tradition. In the present, a cringe-worthy funeral follows an organically into a bar therapy session for the season premiere. This again was on February 14th, Valentine's Day. Following up episode 2, we got Disconnection. The Yellowjackets are stuck deciding whether to track down a missing teammate or just trip out on mushrooms. Shauna secures a spot on the world's most unsupportive partner list. So that's pretty funny. Going on into episode 3, titled Them's the Breaks. This came out on February 21st. A hosting reunion ignites chaos among former teammates, while Lottie's behavior gives Callie unexpected insights into her mom's dark history, while Ty and Van face consequences for their past actions. I do want to put a quick note in real quick. A lot of really good music being used for this season, very much likened to a James Gunn soundtrack. Each season had a really good soundtrack. You guys can go back and check out my previous videos on season 1 and season 2 of Yellowjackets, where I believe I discussed some of their music choices that they use. But if I didn't, be sure to check out the show for yourselves, because it's a great show, and the music choices they have. This season they have iconic picks such as, I've got a list here. Number 1, I Will Survive by Cake was used, I believe, in the first or second episode. Number 2, I'm Too Sexy by Right Said Fred was used in a funny kind of interpretation by one of the actresses that was trapped in a cave. So that was pretty funny to see. Number 3, The Cold by The Cure, I thought was fantastically used at the finale of the 3rd episode, I believe. So a lot of these songs are used for the finale, the final decision, kind of to dramatize it up for the show. And then number 4, Rid of Me by PJ Harvey. So a lot of these songs are really good. Highly recommend you guys check them out. And of course the episodes as well. So going back into the review, after episode 3, Them's the Breaks, we've got episode 4, 12 Angry Girls and One Drunk Travis. So I thought this was a funny title to the episode. It's pretty serious, but it does have its comedy and its moments with it as well. So we've got the Yellowjackets attempt to spin 100 speculations into proof, Coach Scott has an existential meltdown and wonders if the universe really does hate him. Meanwhile, Jeff embarks on a crusade to make things right. Um, so, a lot of decisions being made. This is kind of the trial of Coach Scott episode. I heard a lot of interesting things about this. That's predominantly one of the reasons why I wanted to start binging the show, just because the group finds that Coach Scott is alive. They kind of blame him for the events of season 2 with their cabin burning down. We do find out how they survived the tale of winter. They ended up keeping the fire alive, which was their cabin burning, for several days until spring came. So they literally were right at the end of winter that their cabin burned, and they were able to survive until spring and then build themselves little huts, which I thought was very fascinating. But they also kept it low budget. They didn't need to use a cabin anymore. Fantastic prop design, because they're pretty much in the woods during the past setting, hunting, gathering, so very awesome. So going on from episode 4, we've got episode 5, Did Ty Do That? So the Yellowjackets confront the reality of having to pull an old yeller. Lottie mentors a new up-and-coming prophet. In the present, Misty investigates a suspicious death. So, like in every season of Yellowjackets, we get to see a little bit more of their tragic past revealed, but also a character dies. I do want to kind of go into the fact that we lost Lottie quite early in the season, episode 5, and they kind of just go over her. They're still using her character in the past tense, of course, which is perfectly alright because they need to fill in the story, the timeline. But I thought they could have used her maybe a little bit more. But I do realize that they only can afford certain actresses for so long. But I thought it was very sad. You know, my heart kind of broke as we found out what happened to adult, present Lottie. Going on to, episode 6, we've got Thanksgiving Canada, which is interesting. That came out March 14th. I'm meaning to say episode 5, Did Ty Do That? It came out March 7th. So 5 and 6 came out in the beginning of March, right? So that's pretty cool. We've got episode 7, Croak, came out March 21st. Episode 8, A Normal Boring Life, came out March 28th. And then we got episode 9, How the Story Ends, April 4th, which a lot of people thought that was the finale. But surprisingly, this week we got episode 10 for Full Circle, which was the official season finale, episode 10. It usually ends with 10 episodes. So a lot of people were speculating whether it would be shorter this year. But no, they did the full 10 episodes, which is fantastic. A lot of people speculating for season 4. I personally have not gotten in my journey in my family to the Hilary Swank big character reveal moment yet to see who she is. So please don't spoil that in the comments down below, guys. But let me know what your thoughts are on the show. Are you guys currently watching Yellowjackets season 3? What do you think of the previous seasons? Let me know. Are there other current mystery, horror television series you want me to dive into? Other movies? I'm definitely going to be watching the new Dexter series now that I've upgraded my Paramount Plus to get Showtime. Maybe even some Ray Donovan in there. I don't know. Leave your recommendations down below. Be sure to like the video, comment, subscribe. You can follow my channel on Instagram and Threads at ScreenSceneGuru for future content. But till next time, guys, I want to thank you for sticking with me through this video. And be sure to keep an eye out for part 2 in the future. So have a good one, guys, and bye-bye. Alrighty. Ciao.